Digital music production revolutionized the music industry, giving an opportunity for everyone to be a musician. Let's see how. Hi, my name is Tiago Duarte, and welcome to DailyBeats, where I teach you how to master the software so that it's just you and music. Before the evolution and the widespread use of computers, if you wanted to become a music producer, you needed to have access to musicians and music studios. Having access to music studios would mean hefty monthly bills. Studios were very expensive to build, use, and operate. You needed a desk mixer, speakers, cables, microphones, instruments, more cables, and more microphones. You also needed a tape recorder that was the size of a table. This meant that every time you wanted to record something, you needed to do it in one go, or you needed to punch in, which is really hard to do in reel-to-reel tape. Every time you wanted to send a recording to someone, you needed to physically send the tape in heavy metal boxes. In short, recording, editing, and music production was something that was reserved for a very selective group of people. With the evolution of computers, we started to see some companies produce self-contained step sequencers that allowed people to buy cheaper music gear to make music. Some examples of these are the MPC series, SP1200, etc. These gave rise to styles like hip-hop and techno, where anyone could get a machine like this for a couple of thousands of dollars and make music anywhere. The entry bar to make music started to become lower. Still, producers rely on music studios to transfer their productions from step sequencers to tape to be widely distributed. Then came the computer era, when every household started to have a computer. Nowadays, we have computers so powerful in our pockets that blows away the computers we used to have at home. I remember my first computer. It was a Pentium 3 that a friend gave to me. At the time, I did not have money for a computer, but I saw another friend of mine making music with his computer with a copy of FL Studio. I think it was FL Studio 3 or 4, but I wanted to have a way of doing the same. So I started to bother my friends and asked them if they could lend me a computer to make music. One of them said that they had an old computer that he was not using and he could lend it to me. And the story began. With computers becoming more powerful, you started to see the advent of software. Software became the missing piece to allow everyone to be able to make music everywhere. Now, everyone had a computer, and the software was starting to become good. Still, in the early days, musicians did not rely on digital music because of the lack of quality in recordings. The digital recordings were not as good as reel-to-reel tape, and you could easily differentiate a digital recording from a tape recorder. For this, digital music was always seen as inferior and frowned upon. I still remember doing my mixtapes in cassette. I would have a portable Walkman that I would carry with me everywhere. Every time I wanted to replay a song, I needed to remove the cassette, manually rewind it, and play it back. This was my introduction to music and figuring out how the recording process was to get my favorite rap songs always with me. A few years later, the CD was launched. At this time, you could not deny the digital quality. The majority of people cannot differentiate a digital recording from an analog recording. Still, when the CD revolution happened, it was still expensive to have good quality digital systems, both hardware and software, compete with professional studios. If we fast forward to today, you can get a professional sounding recording with a setup of less than 500 euros if you don't include the computer or laptop. It's truly a digital revolution that allows everyone with the desire to make music to do so. You don't need music education. You don't need to know how to play an instrument. But you can get a copy of a DAW, watch free YouTube videos, And with dedication and passion, you too can make incredible music on the computer you are watching this video. It's truly an amazing feat of humanity. There are also some bad sides to this too, but for today I'm going to focus just on the good side of it. There are no perfect tools. There is no secret to music production. There is only your dedication and love for music. That is what is going to determine how good you become at making music. With this channel, I want to help you master the software so that it's just you and music. Peace.